lucky to have a special guest, and he is a 14-year NFL veteran, played for 10 seasons with the Eagles, and is a co-host of local radio here. So you have your finger, your pulse on the fans, on this team. Are they going to love this schedule?
They're definitely going to love this schedule, especially with the second game of the season, the home opener, being against the Dallas Cowboys. It should be fairly awesome.
Yeah, but you know the thing about it, though, it's all about the end of the season. That Giants game at the end of the year is going to be the play-in game for the playoffs, big fella.
You mean that Giants and that Redskins game at the end?
Well, I'm just saying, I'm going with the Giants game.
Well,
one of the two of those.
Yeah, but maybe both of them.
All right, but are they going to love, we mentioned this before, that this team starts with 3 out of 4 games on the road?
Yes. You, as a player, you know to deal with that. I think that the fact that the first game is against first home game is against Dallas, that's pretty much icing on the cake. And then the other game, and me and Jamie was talking about it earlier, that two of the games are against new coaches, so that should be fun.
And I think the tempo is going to be an issue because Chip Kelly and the offense and what they do wears teams out, wears big guys out.
Yes, it does.
And something else we were talking about is the bye week is week 8, and then they go on the road to play the Cowboys after that game week 9.
Well, the bye week is always awesome to come off of because you're refreshed, you got rid of some of your nicks and bruises, and coming off the bye week, you ready to choke somebody.
Well,
okay, so
you are ready to choke
we can't let him go without talking about you must have lived under a rock for the last 48 hours if you didn't know that Tim Tebow was just signed here. Week 3, the big question is when they play at the Jets. Mark Sanchez, we know, is visiting his former team. Is Tim Tebow going to be on this team at that point?
He probably will make the team. They brought him in as a camp arm.
Come on!
Really? Matt Barkley wasn't doing good.
Here's a question.
Okay.
What track record do we have that the starting quarterback is going to be healthy?
None, really.
Okay.
Yes.
And so we've seen what Mark Sanchez is.
Right.
So I'm saying it wouldn't surprise me if we did see Tim Tebow.
You're talking about Sam Bradford with those ACL injuries.
Yeah, but I think Mark Sanchez is actually leading in this group because he's been in the system and he's got a little bit of track record. But then you know what Sanchez can do. But if Tim Tebow comes in and shows that he's got a little bit of moxie and he still has what it takes to think the same thing that took them to 2 national championships, then I'm not opposed to seeing him. But I've never seen this much of an uproar over 30.
Well, we should point out he's the only quarterback on the roster that has a playoff win.
And the only other one that's healthy too. So.
Well.